I have owned the PlayStation Portal since launch. I have been through the ups, the downs, the connection dropouts, and the massive updates. I actually own all three models that are currently available in 2026. But if you are thinking about buying one right now, or yours is just gathering dust, you need to know the brutal truth about what this device actually is. Because while it is easily one of the best accessories Sony has ever made, it can also turn into a complete paperweight in seconds. Today we are going to look at the good, the bad, the broken hardware, and whether or not the Portal is actually worth your hard-earned cash in 2026. Let's start with the absolute game changer that completely redefined this device: cloud streaming. When the Portal first launched, it was just a remote play device, which just mirrored your PlayStation screen. But then Sony rolled out the ability to stream games directly from the PlayStation Plus cloud catalog. And then they took it a massive step further, allowing you to stream your own purchased games from your game library straight from the cloud. This means you can actually play the Portal without even turning on or technically even owning a PlayStation 5 console, as long as you are streaming your library or the PlayStation Plus game catalog, that is. Just keep one thing in mind. Right now, you can only stream the PlayStation 5 versions of games from the cloud. No PS4 or no PS3 games, which kind of sucks, so please sort it out, Sony. But the beauty of this feature is the speed. Cloud streaming lets you jump into a game instantly pretty much without waiting a minute or two for your PlayStation 5 console to boot up and connect to the Portal via remote play. So what is it actually like to play games on this thing? Honestly, if you have a good internet connection, it is fantastic. Both cloud streaming and remote play are pretty much neck and neck in terms of quality after all the recent updates. You would think playing on a big TV is always better, but this 8-inch 1080p LCD screen is beautiful. It absolutely pops. I know it isn't OLED like we had back on the PlayStation Vita way back in the day, but it is one of the best LCDs I've seen in a long time. And it is surprisingly immersive. Because your hands are physically positioning the screen as you hold it, it commands your attention in a really weird way, a kind of wonderful way, as when I play on my TV, I constantly find myself putting the DualSense down and checking my phone, and before I know it, I'm doing something else entirely. On the Portal, I'm way more locked into the games. The visuals are top notch because it is just streaming PlayStation 5 graphics to the Portal screen, and if you are lucky enough to own a PlayStation 5 Pro, playing via remote play means you are literally getting those enhanced PS5 Pro versions of the games streamed straight to your hands, which is amazing. Because it is basically a DualSense cut in half, the comfort is unmatched in my opinion. You can hold this thing for hours. Plus, you get the top tier haptic feedback and adaptive triggers you simply cannot get on any other handheld device. For me, this is the ultimate machine for huge story games you can sit and chill out with, like God of War Ragnarok, or fantastic indies like Signe All Guns Blazing and Vampire Survivors. It also has a genuinely great D-pad, making it, fighting games are a blast. And we must call out old retro games, which don't look good on big modern TVs, but PS1 games, PSP games, they look fantastic on the Portal screen. The only games I actively avoid are competitive multiplayer shooters. Between the slight, inherent lag of streaming and trying to pick out tiny targets on an 8-inch screen, you're putting yourself at a massive disadvantage, which just isn't fun. Now, the slightly annoying hardware quirks are here too. The built-in speakers are just good, they get the job done. But if you want to use wireless headphones, you are in for a shock. Or more importantly, your wallet is. The Portal does not support Bluetooth. You have to buy Sony's proprietary Pulse Elite or Pulse Explore headsets, which basically cost as much as the Portal itself. So if you buy them and the Portal, you're basically instantly doubling the cost of your setup. Luckily, there is still a standard 3.5mm headphone jack, so you can just plug in wired headphones and get on with your gaming that way. As for battery life, you can expect around 4 hours from a full charge. This heavily depends on your screen brightness and the game you are playing. If you are playing a game that is constantly firing off the haptic triggers, it is going to drain a lot faster, but it's definitely enough juice for a couple of hours chilling on the sofa playing your games. But there is a massive annoying catch to this whole streaming ecosystem that we need to talk about. To play any of these games via the cloud, even the digital games you have already paid full price for, you still have to have an active PlayStation Plus premium subscription, which is expensive. It honestly feels like you're double paying. You buy the game and then you pay a recurring monthly fee just to access the game to play it. Now, I understand that running cloud servers is expensive, but this is an unfortunate warning of exactly where the gaming industry wants to go in the future. If everyone strictly moves to streaming, these monthly subscription prices are just going to go up and up. Now, if you're like me and you buy the vast majority of your games on physical discs, you can absolutely still play them on the portal. But you need to remember that the portal is just a mirror. That means the physical disc has to be inside your PlayStation 5 for you to play it via remote play. If you're upstairs in bed and want to switch to a different physical game, you're getting up and walking down to the living room to swap that disc. And unfortunately, there is currently no way to cloud stream your owned physical games. The cloud is digital only right now. It would be amazing if Sony could figure out some sort of disc verification system for cloud streaming in the future, because physical media is so important and it absolutely needs to stick around. And then there is the danger of an all digital streaming future. A year or so ago, the PlayStation Network went completely down. Because the portal relies entirely on that network, my device and everyone else's became a complete and utter paperweight. You could do actually nothing with it. I'm not exaggerating. It wouldn't even turn on. This is exactly why I always say it's best to own your hardware and your own games physically so you don't fall into this trap. Playing locally on your console always is going to give you the best experience with zero latency and the best image quality. Cloud streaming though is a really cool nice to have and a really nice bonus if you already pay for premium and you have a portal, but I would not recommend it as your sole way to play games. However, if you do have a PlayStation Plus premium account and a portal, it creates a nice benefit if you have multiple gamers at home. Someone else in your house can sign into the PlayStation 5 console on their PlayStation Network account, to watch media or play, games on the big screen TV, and you can simultaneously be playing on your PlayStation Network account via cloud streaming on the portal. It makes it feel like you have two PlayStations in your house, which is a bonus. There is a reason why the community calls this thing the DadStation. Its unique selling point is pure convenience. If you have a busy life and a partner or kids, you can play it in bed, chilling in the bath, or sitting on the sofa with your headphones on while your family watches a movie on the main TV. This is the secret sauce to the portal's success, in my opinion, and the reason why I love it. It is an absolute backlog buster. I am making severe inroads in getting through games now thanks to this device. Now, if you want something way more portable just to throw in your bag, the officially licensed PlayStation Backbone is a great, cheap and cheerful option, but it is nowhere near as comfortable, and it means your phone battery is getting used up for gaming. This is limited to remote play from your PlayStation 5 console only right now, as you can't stream PlayStation games from the cloud just yet to your mobile phone. Then you have the Switch 2. Because it runs games locally, it does not need an internet connection. You can play it on a train in a tunnel, for example, or in a plane way up in the sky with no internet connection. The Portal is streaming PlayStation 5 level graphics, so it looks better. The games visually look better than, the Switch 2 versions, but it's entirely tethered to Wi-Fi. If I had to pick between them, I'd say get both. But if you are already deeply invested in the PlayStation ecosystem and mostly play around the house, the Portal makes way more sense. And it's a lot cheaper. There's also the current economy to consider when we're talking about things being cheap. Thanks to the AI boom, hoovering up all the RAM and other hardware, plus all these stupid tariffs being imposed globally, PC components are getting insanely expensive. That means those high-end PC handhelds are just shooting up in price. The Portal offers a really nice low entry point to play top-tier exclusives in the palm of your hands. But remember the golden rule here, this device lives or dies based on your internet connection. If you have bad internet, do not buy this. The absolute best thing you can do to fix connection dropouts is to hardwire your actual PlayStation 5 console directly to your modem or router. It makes just a night and day difference to the connection stability. If you have a good Wi-Fi setup, it works like magic. I even took mine on vacation and I was genuinely shocked how well it works. I was playing Wipeout, Hot Shots Golf, Cyberpunk, and Astrobot, just miles and miles away from home, absolutely flawlessly. Heck, you can even connect to your mobile phone as a wireless hotspot and play games outside, which is just awesome. However, my journey hasn't been perfect. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. After heavy use, my original launch model, this one here, developed a severe hardware fault. The analog stick broke, and I can no longer look up or down with it. It is incredibly frustrating. And now I can only really use that specific Portal to play, fighting games with the D-pad or games like Vampire Survivors. Because of things like the screen and the sticks being open and exposed, you have to protect your investment. The only accessories I am going to tell you are absolutely essential right now for your day one Portal purchase are a good screen protector and a carry case. I personally use the D-brand screen protector. It keeps the screen perfectly safe and I highly recommend it. And the PowerA officially licensed carry case just looks the part and protects your Portal when you're not using it. I'll drop a link to both items down below in the description. Plus we cover a ton more accessories in our dedicated videos on the topic here on the channel, so make sure you check them out. So the final verdict for 2026. Is the PlayStation Portal worth it? If you live on your own, you have full access to your big TV, and that's where you play 100% of the time, save your money. The Portal is probably not for you. But if you have family, if you have kids, or if you just want the sheer convenience of playing, massive PlayStation 5 games anywhere in your house, this is one of the best accessories you can buy. And if you're planning to pick one up, or if you just dusted yours off, you need to know exactly what actually plays well on this unique device, because as we talked about, not every game is a great fit for the Portal. Click this video right here where I break down the 11 best types of games to play on the PlayStation Portal, and I'll see you over there.